The world of cryptocurrencies is changing quickly, and Raoul says that by 2025 there will be huge changes for XRP and the whole market. Do not miss what's coming next if you are an XRP user or someone who has been following the crypto space. The market has been hard to predict because of regulation hurdles, new technologies, and huge XRP and other coins will change a lot because of changes in institutions. Raoul is a well-known figure in the financial world who is known for making correct market predictions. Now he's telling us what he thinks will happen in the next few years, and it could make big changes to how you spend. We'll break down exactly what he's saying in this film, guessing what will happen and why you should pay attention to these changes. You might think you know where XRP is going, but after hearing what Raoul has to say, you might change your mind. Raoul isn't just another crypto expert who thinks things which aren't true. He used to run a hedge fund and knows a lot about the world markets and what makes them move. Many people know him from making many people have found his predictions to be very correct, and now he's telling everyone what's going to happen with XRP and the crypto market as a whole. His research is mostly about the big trends that will affect digital currencies in the future. I've seen a lot in the world of traditional banking. There are some things that only Paul knows about how the cryptocurrency market is going to grow and face problems. You should pay attention to this advice about XRP and other cryptocurrencies. The next few years will see big changes in how digital currencies are used and how much they are worth because of changes in law, technology, and global finance. This isn't just a few small changes in prices here and there. The goal is to understand the long-term changes that will make things different. What XRP and other digital currencies mean for the world economy. Paul's warning is mostly about how buyers need to be ready for changes in regulations and moves by institutions that could have a big effect on the value of XRP. Thoughts on XRP's rise and fall over the next few years? Not so fast. It won't go in the same path as before. The next few years could be full of chances for people who know the big picture trends, but they could also put people in great danger if they are caught off guard. The future of the crypto market is uncertain, so it's important to know what's coming up. Let's look at what Raoul thinks will happen with XRP and the rest of the crypto world in 2025. His warning could change the way you trade from now on. Raoul isn't just another Bitcoin voice. He has been a financial expert for a long time and knows a lot about both standard finance and the changing world of digital assets. Before he became famous in crypto, Paul was a successful hedge fund manager. He also co-founded Real Vision, a website known for high-level financial research and interviews with some of the smartest people in the world. People who know a lot about investments. He has a good reputation for being able to spot big trends before they happen because he knows a lot about macroeconomics, global financial markets, and business strategy. In the world of crypto, Paul has been a strong supporter of figuring out the long-term changes that will move the market forward. This has made him one of the most reliable sources for figuring out what will happen with digital coins like XRP in the future. One thing that makes Raoul's statements stand out is that he can see things as they really are. Many crypto experts only look at short-term price changes or rumors, but Paul goes into great detail about how the future of money will be affected by big changes in the economy. His ability to look at the key. He has a unique point of view because he can see how traditional banking and the new world of digital assets are connected. Paul, for example, has been one of the loudest supporters of the idea that cryptocurrencies like XRP could become an important part of the world's banking system in the next few years. What he knows about how central banks, states, and other institutions will affect the future of crypto and help investors plan for what's to come, not just in terms of price, but also in terms of acceptance and changes in regulations. Throughout his career, Raoul has made big statements that have come true surprisingly often, even when they were not what most people thought would happen. He was one of the first people to say that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and decentralized finances don't work. Many of his fans have found that his long-term view to be very helpful. It's not a surprise that many investors now look to Paul to tell them what will happen next in the world of crypto. He has a history of calling big trends before they happen. And it's true when he says that big changes are coming to XRP and the crypto market as a whole by 2025. Is not just a guess because I've done it for years and know a lot about the banking system. When you look at his background and how well he has predicted market moves in the past, it's clear that investors should pay attention to his latest warning about XRP. Let us look more closely at what Raoul says about how XRP and other cryptocurrencies will change in the coming years. Since plan ahead to 2025, it's clear that big changes are coming to both XRP and the Bitcoin market as a whole. Over the last 10 years, the crypto area has grown very quickly. But Raoul says that the next few years will see even more change. Powell says that by 2025, it will be much easier to understand how to regulate coins like XRP, help investors feel more confident, and get even more institutions to adopt. Regulators not being sure what to do with XRP has been one of its biggest problems over the years. This has slowed it down in many ways, but as more people realize that cryptocurrencies are an important part of the world's banking system, governments and regulators will have to provide more specific rules. With clear rules, Powell thinks that XRP will really take off over the next few years. A number of big financial institutions already use XRP to make cross-border payments, and Raoul thinks that this trend will only grow as more institutions see how useful and inexpensive blockchain technology is. The rise of digital cash from the central bank CBDCs and the move toward digital-first finance are making it easier for more people to use XRP, especially for foreign transactions and sending money to other countries. Because it is the only cryptocurrency that can make fast, cheap cross-border payments, XRP is in a great situation to benefit from these trends. Powell thinks that XRP will be around in 2025. It has really come into its own as an important part of the world's banking system because regulations are becoming clearer and governments and financial institutions are becoming more interested. XRP will reach new heights, but XRP won't be the only thing that grows in value over the next few years. Powell thinks the crypto market as a whole is changing in big ways. Some of the most popular cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum will stay strong, but new digital assets and autonomous technologies will also come out. The move from standard finance to decentralized finance will continue to pick up speed, and Powell thinks this will make it easier for cryptocurrencies to be used in more areas of life. Usual way of handling money CBDCs are already being looked at by central banks, which could help give the crypto market even more institutional authority. Powell thinks that digital assets will no longer be seen as a niche market by 2025, but will be fully integrated into the economy as a whole. The price of XRP will change because of this change, and the whole coin will also move forward. Market to a whole new level of acceptance and growth. Will investors be ready for this huge change? How can they get ready to take advantage of the opportunities that lie ahead? In Powell's view, the future of XRP is very bright, but it's not just about the technology or how widely it's used. It's also about how the banking world will change in general. Since move toward the year 2025, a new era for digital currencies will begin when crypto is used in traditional banking, and XRP will be a key part of this change. Clear rules for financial institutions to follow, and a rising demand for digital assets around the world will make XRP's rise possible. Whether you're an investor or just someone keeping an eye on the space, it's important to think about the long run.